Good evening and welcome back to Unlocked Crafts. Melissa Struck here, your host. I'm going to show you how to do food dye coloring for your rice mosaics tonight. So here it goes. First, you're going to need your alcohol, a dish, or you can use a baggie. You're going to need food dye, and you're going to need rice. I use long grain rice myself. And you need paper plate, maybe a spoon or a fork. Doesn't matter which one you want to use. Now that will come in handy. And you may want a rag, and you may want to use gloves because food dye does have a habit of staining your fingers and such. Now, the actual measurement is a teaspoon of alcohol, vinegar, what have you. I use alcohol. I use by sight. I just like, well, this looks good enough kind of thing. And it depends on how light or dark you want your colors to be. Tonight I am using AmeriColor Forest Green food dye. I shake it a little bit just to make sure that it comes out a little bit easier. Here we go. And I want a dark green, so I'm going to use like maybe 3 drops. Swirl that around so you don't have a goop. Nice and dark. I'm thinking of using this for outlining my trees for my next project. I got a lot of project in the backgrounds. And I'm using an 1/8 cup measuring cup. You can use a cup, whatever you have handy. And I just put it right in there. And I may not want this rice for some other projects that I have in mind. So I'm just going to color a lot at one time because I'll forget how many scoops I put in there. And I want that same color again. And it's like, I only use this rice, these materials, for my colored rice mosaics. So no worries about using it for food consumption because I don't do that. In fact, the container is only used for coloring my food, my rice with the food dye, and the alcohol. It's not used for anything else. And I also wash it separately. And voila. Nice, isn't it? See? Nice deep green. That looks almost really good. It looks almost like a forest green. Is that what that is? Yes, it is. Oops. I thought it was an evergreen. It's not. It's forest green. Forest green, evergreen. It's pretty much the same. Or jade. Can be a good jade color. Now I'll set this out on the plate overnight. And this is where the spoon comes in handy, so we don't waste any of this rice. I'm going to scrape the bowl and put it on my plate with my other rice so they can dry. And tomorrow, what I'll do is this is why I grab 2 paper plates at one time for this process so that I can, this will be wall washed later. So I can sit there and separate it and take it apart and just slide it right onto a nice fresh plate so it can dry on the other half of it. And that is how we color rice. And that'll sit overnight, dry. I'll shift it over, and I'll wait a few more hours to make sure that it's totally dry before I use it on my rice mosaic canvas or board or whatever have you, whatever I'm using at the moment. Because I have 2 boards that I'm working on, actually 3. And I am also working on canvas, but this is what I'm going to be working on, what I showed you the other night is the deer one, which I haven't gotten very far on right now because I had interruptions. So that's how I'm going to do it. And that's it for tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you want more videos like this, don't hesitate to ask. If you want something answered, questions, don't forget to comment below, ask your questions. I'll get you the answer that you're looking for, or hopefully I will point you in the right direction. I'm going to go ahead and post in the link below the AmeriColor that I got from Amazon so that you can go there. You can also use acrylic paints. However, this is from first-hand experience. They tend to stick together a lot worse than food dye coloring does. So that's it for tonight. Hopefully you guys have a great night. And come again. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great night.